You are listening to Proof Text, a Glossa House podcast exploring Scripture and all things related to it. New episodes are released daily. For more information, check out glossahouse.com and subscribe to our channels on Spotify and YouTube. Welcome and enjoy.
Shalom, this is Dr. Jennifer Noonan, and I want to welcome you to this episode of SLA Insights. I want to share with you this week about a series of new articles on comprehensible input that were just posted in early April 2024. And it's in the online open source peer-reviewed journal, Hebrew Higher Education. These papers were originally presented in November of 2023 in San Antonio in the NAPH pedagogy section of SPL and have been recently revised and put up for publication. The articles are available on the NAPH website, that is National Association of Professors of Hebrew. You can find that at naphhebrew.org. And if you go to publications and then Hebrew Higher Education, just go to the most recent volume of that publication. The direct link you can see if you're on YouTube, you can see the shared screen and get it from there. If you're listening, it is naphhebrew.org/HHE-26-2024. And so today I just wanted to give a brief overview of these articles because they're directly relevant to what I've been discussing lately, and that is comprehensible input. Paul Overland of Ashland Theological Seminary, organized through NAF. He planned and organized this session on comprehensible input and is currently, incidentally, planning a session for this fall, this coming November, on output. And so if you're at SBL and would like to join the pedagogy session of the National Associations of Professors of Hebrew, I think it's going to be another great session for learning about teaching, particularly Hebrew. So Paul opens this series of articles with a few comments, and then we move into the articles. As you see, I've got the first article, and I provide a theoretical framework for comprehensible input. In print now, you have many of the ideas that I've been discussing on this podcast. And then in the appendices of the article, I include a few examples of how to do, for example, input flood or a diglot weave or that kind of thing that, again, I've been talking about all along on the podcast. The next few articles are written by people who are doing these things, making use of comprehensible input in their classrooms, and it's intentionally geared towards first semester, then second semester, then third semester Hebrew language students. So it starts with Ben Cantor, who's a research fellow at the University of Cambridge, and he gives an example of comprehensible input for first semester Hebrew. And he uses immersion, especially TPR and dialogue, with his handheld puppet. It's really engaging, lots of input for beginning students, really geared at those who are just learning the language. The second article is by Lee Fields, who's editor at Zondervan, and he gives examples of comprehensible input for second semester Hebrew. He also uses more immersion, some TPR, but with a lot of contextual clues. So he's got this cardboard city with props and food and tools, and he even gets his students farming wheat. Following that, he has an article that lists some tools for Hebrew learning and some handouts that he uses for his teaching. And then the last contributor is Travis West of Western Theological Seminary. And Travis provides us an example of comprehensible input for third semester Hebrew. Again, using some TPR, using drama, acting out the passage, and then some repeated readings that would fall under this idea of extensive reading and getting the students to read a lot of material, again, targeted at third semester Hebrew. So if you get a chance, I would really encourage you to access these articles that are now available at Hebrew Higher Education in their publication section. in the NAF website, the National Association of Professors of Hebrew. So again, we have theory, some examples for first through third semester Hebrew, and you can go to the NAF website, do a simple search, or the direct link, which is available in the screen I've shared here on the video. So, in the meantime, I hope you have a great week.
Interested in growing your ancient language skills but not sure where to start? Glossa House can help. From illustrated readers and short stories to lexicons and grammars, Glossa House offers a variety of resources for beginning, intermediate, and experienced ancient language learners. Head to glossahouse.com today. Glossa House, language resources for the global community.